What's going on, Paisanos? V here. Come at you guys, well, with another market watch today. You know, the meta market itself, the competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta, the market, looks to be stabilizing. In fact, we're seeing some card prices actually starting to go down in value for the current Yu-Gi-Oh! Meta market. Not everything has stabilized, but a lot of things are starting to, which is great news for everybody out there that is looking to pick up meta-relevant cards. You don't want to buy into a card and see it just keep going up and down like a roller coaster, but that's what we're seeing happen in the past, and now it looks like it's trying to calm down. Guys, new channel, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, like button, and comment down below. Comment question of the day. What are you doing as far as meta in this game? Do you have your meta deck already? Or are you trying out different meta decks and you know, in pursuit of finding that one special deck that you can just ride into the next set drops maybe, or even the rest of the meta? Let me know in the comment section down below. It's really hard. I'll be 100% honest with you. Every deck I play is very unique for that meta. The way I see it is a unique deck for a unique meta, which I will never more than likely play ever again, besides an alternate format, which we'll talk about later on in this video. So I really do try to enjoy it as much as possible. But one deck that came back, to me personally, has been Shoutouts, and I love that deck. There's obviously a bunch of other phenomenal decks that I do like and enjoy, like Burning Abyss, and so on and so forth. Basically what I'm trying to say is, whatever deck you're playing right now, if you did find that deck that you love for the meta, play it as much as possible, because there's a good chance you're not going to be able to play it once we get a new ban list, or a new meta, or what have you. And I think that's really unique. With that said, Ghost of the Past is still bad. Listen, the Ghost Rares look really nice, and hopefully we'll have an opportunity to talk about the prices, and they won't go too crazy high in value. We don't know how hard or easy these cards are to pull. Just estimated a guess that people are doing based off the current Ghost of the Past that was pulled by content creators. But other than that, we have zero idea. So it's going to be really interesting to note how easy or hard it is to pull a card like Ghost Red Dark Magician. I think there's a lot of great deck cards in Ghost in the Past, and there might be some value in the future for Ghost in the Past. We always talk about other old sets that when they first debuted didn't have value, and looking back at them, tons of value. Ghost in the Past is no different. It can be like this. But I always say, you buy into the singles market. You don't buy sealed. Buying sealed is horrible. Buying singles is value. It's smart. It allows you to pinpoint direct where you want to invest in within this market, within this set. And that's a very important thing people gotta get, you know, you gotta understand it today, or you understand it after you get burned on this one. Hopefully that'll be your last time getting burned. I got burned on a ton of sealed. Hopefully if you did buy a bunch of Ghost in the Past sealed, this is your last time. Anyway, going into the market, like I said, guys, Ice Strike and Prison is one of those cards that were hitting like $60-something. Looking at the Rise of Duels version with a $52 market price, we do see one Gold Star seller selling it for $42. I will say though, after that 42 is gone, besides the unverifiable sellers, there's another one near, well, it's near 65 again. But I don't think nobody's buying this card. In fact, not only do I think nobody's buying this card, I think people are going to start listening to this card more and more and more as time goes on. Oh, yeah, by the way, I literally just refreshed it, and the card's gone. So there's that. Ice Strike and Pistol is a card I definitely think is going to be going down in value as time goes on. And to be honest with you, even though this is a phenomenal card, it's really good, is it really worth this crazy high price point? The market agrees it doesn't. And I think we will see this card starting to go lower and lower and lower. Keep an eye on it. Madochi Salon at Eternity Co. is on the ultra rare with a $14 market price. That's roughly around $15 in the market. Now you might go, V, wait a minute, you said meta cards. Madochis aren't really meta. Are they though? I always feel like they are. They're one of those decks kind of like Murmos. Not as popular as Murmos, but kind of like Murmos, in which if your field is not that good, they win the game. Congratulations, by the way. But I always also think that Madochis don't have as much of a push as other decks do. And it'd be great to see more reprints for Madochi cards, giving more access to Madochis, and thereby creating more Madochi players. Because who wants to spend $15 on this card? Who wants to spend any amount of money on the overpriced cards that Madochis have? It makes zero sense. So it would be really cool for maybe like a subset, maybe from the past, have Ghost in it. I'm just referring to anyway, it'd be really cool if this was to be one of the reprints. And moving forward, I would like to see Konami even make a common version of Madochi Salon and maybe like an OTS pack. It desperately needs it. Next, see a Speed Duel Battle City box. This is the part of the video where everybody goes, V, come on, I don't play Speed Duels. I don't care. This battle box was dirt cheap, and now you can go over here on TCG Play and get it for $38. A lot of cards are used to be dirt cheap. They're rising high in value. And the first thing that hits my mind is, and don't get me wrong, Speedo players, this is awesome for you guys, but Go players, which I think there are more than Speedo players, if I had to guess, Go players, Go format players, is these which you are going to grab. Because if you're looking to play Gold format, this is a phenomenal box for you. If you are aspiring to play in another format of Yu-Gi-Oh, why not play Gold format? Stay tuned to the end of the video. I'm going to talk about secondary formats and what I think the future can be in a minute. Guys, like I said, if you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment down below. Listen, I do think there's a lot of potential with the Speedo Basilisk box. Whether you look at it here for GOATs, or you look at it for Speedos, the underlying thing about this whole situation is that's the top of the iceberg. The whole bottom of the iceberg is collectors. They're going to want to get their hands on these, and they will buy these because that's Dark Magician, that's Red Eyes, obviously Jinzo, Blue Eyes. I mean, these are, you know, no-brainers. Buster Blader, the God cards, in a specific Speed dual stamp. I personally think Speedo will stop. I think the Speedo format, unfortunately, will die out because Konami does not know how to do it properly. I really wish they did. And maybe they can still do it. Maybe they can save this format. Right now, Speedo format is hurting badly. And I love Speedo format. I think it's a phenomenal format. I think everybody should have the opportunity to try it out. I think we would see a lot of players that do enjoy it. Unfortunately, besides the fact that Konami recently made like 2 playmats for like the Speedo slot events, which they should have done forever ago, it's really like you need more for Speedo players than just a playmat. And you can say, well, V, you know, we have Yu-Gi-Oh events where regular Yu-Gi-Oh players have regular playmats. Great. But there's also bigger opportunities for those players to play in bigger events for more glory, which I think we can say Yu-Gi-Oh players don't play this game for prize support. We're not dropping thousands of dollars in decks to win a dumb playmat. Speaking of which, I got what would have been in an alternate universe. I got our national playmat. But that was for top 16 for the extravaganza. Anyway, so we don't play for playmats. We play for the glory and the enjoyment and the love that we have for this game. And Speedo players, there are very few there are, I guarantee do the same thing. So why not create more formats for them? Why not create special tournaments for them? Why not create their own extravaganza? Maybe done on a Saturday. It'd be really cool. Up next, we have Battles of Legends. And Battles of Legends is a really weird set because I feel like every Battles of Legends has shown insane value. Whether it's insane value immediately with the releases of cards like Minerva, the Exalted Lightsworn, and Light's Revenge, or value just in the future, like Artifact Saint being $9, Galaxy Soldier tanking and going back up to near $20, Giant Rex hitting $10, Sage the Eyes of Blue hitting $7, Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon hitting $6. I mean, there's value all over here. Now, this ain't gonna make you a millionaire, but the fact that this set has front-end value and then you flip it and there's still, throughout the years, value in this set, and it's not even a core set, it's pretty interesting. We also have Battles of Legends Relentless Revenge, another great set. Once again, didn't have that front-end value, but look at it. Number 90 is $32. Cyber Emergency, well, that's always been money, to be honest with you. But Phantom Knight Fogblade Secrets are 16s. Number 75s, 13s. Silent Boots, 11s. Gambit Seals, 10. I like Super Rares, but I always have to say, because I own both, and I don't understand why would anyone want the Secret Rares. Super Rares looks so much cleaner, but whatever. To each their own. It's still money. And that's a really weird thing looking at Battles of Legends. Another card I think that is really interesting is Mech Knights. Now, if you guys watch me on Twitch, by the way, Twitch links will be down below, YGOPaisano, I always struggle playing against Mech Knights. I'll be honest with you, I always say respect your opponent's deck, respect the decks. I don't know much about Mech Knights. All I know is they get more Mech Knights, and that can be very problematic for a deck that wants to have a resource-based game. Look at that Mech Knights, specifically Mech Knight the Blue Sky. I don't have to worry about this card because someone bought it out. Someone, like, what? You know what? This was a couple of hours ago, I'll be honest with you. No, I'm joking. It was literally 2 seconds ago. Okay. Extreme Force, Mech Knight Blue Sky. If you look at the other version, you can still buy the Mega Gen version of this card. It's roughly around $5, and there's a ton of them. Why is the original print bought out? I don't know. You let me know. Then we have Inspector Border Extreme Force for the $5 market price. This card's $27. God damn. I really like Inspector Border a lot. I didn't like it at first because I was Geist Gang. By the way, Geist Gang for life. But Inspector Border, I've seen the fact that it's $27 is really cool. You can also get the 2018 Mega Tin version, Secret Rare, by the way. Still roughly around $4. Allegedly, let's see. $6 now, but okay. You can also get the Ultra version of Inspector Border, which is like 13 cents. And I really like this. I like the fact that there's a cheaper version, still the same card. There's a mid-range version, so it looks the same, and there's a version for people like me who always liked the original print first edition version. And I wish the entire market was like this. Unfortunately, the entire Yu-Gi-Oh market is never like this. This is a very unique opportunity to see the three prices of the three types of players shown right in front of our face in real time. And it's a very, very cool time. And like I said, if you whatever one you want, I like original print secret rare, but you don't have to. And we can still play competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! That's always cool. Sky Cavalry Centuria is another card that needs to be reprinted. I'm only reason I'm doing this because I hope someone in Konami watches and goes, oh, the last printing of Sky Cavalry Centuria was in the 2015 Mega Pack. That's roughly near 6 years ago, not fully, but almost 6 years ago. And that price point for the Mega Tin version of the card, both of them being, by the way, at ultra rare rarity, is roughly around $14. That's not bad, I guess. Then you go to the original print as Secrets of Eternity, okay, with a $15 market price. That bad boy is still roughly around $15. What does that say about this card? Well, being though that no one plays this card at all, nobody plays this card, this card still has a crazy high amount of value. Can you make it a common to OTS? Not really. It's not competitive. I think it's a little bit of a more of a casual card, and I would like to see this card be an ultra rare moving forward in the future. What do you think? Then we have other cards like number 46, Dragulion. Why is it gotta be U next to the O? I can never understand this. But look at this, look how weird this is. The Shadow Spectre version of number 46 with a $7 to $8 market price. Look at over here, it's roughly around $11 to $13. Yeah, 11 to 13. And then we go on to Ultimate Rare number 46, no big deal, with a $17 market price. That's roughly around $27 to about $34, $34. Can anyone let me know what deck this goes in? Because I guess someone might say, well, it's Dragoonies. I gotta really look into the Dragoonies because I don't know what that deck does. Like what it wants to do, I should really say. Not what it does. I kind of got a good idea what it does. I think we all have. You play against Dragolinks, and if you play against the original Dragoonies. But I really want to know what the new version does. I'll check that out. But okay. Powder Iris was a card that a long time ago you really need to buy. At the time, the card's price point was roughly around $100, $125, depending what, during that time frame when you bought it. Look at that Powder Iris Ultimate Rare Elemental Energy. This card with a $170 market price. Well, unlimited version is roughly around $175. And if you want a first edition version, it's still not that crazy yet. It's roughly around $190. Okay, I lied. It's kind of crazy. Powder Iris is a phenomenal card, and not only is it being used, well, theoretically in our current format, no decks can really fit it in, but it's still a phenomenal card. So it's in that weird kind of stasis where, like, whenever you, like, build a deck, you always go, can I use Powder Iris? Because it's a really good card. Like, it's a really, really good card. It's just, can you use it? It's also used in 2011 format. Now, 2011 format's a really unique format because it gives players the opportunity to play Yu-Gi-Oh! At a faster pace, but it also gives players an opportunity to play a bunch of cards that they kind of know already. You see, with 2003, 2005 Go format, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is played at a much slower pace, and it allows us to play more of a better version of a game of chess, and I kind of like that as well. But what we're seeing more and more Yu-Gi-Oh! Players play 2011 format. And we're seeing the market get impacted by that. Powder Iris is a card heavily used in 2011 format. You need one of these. So the price went slowly going up. We'll talk about another card. Zen Mains. This card is not technically used in 2011 format at the moment. But there is a version of 2011 format that can use Zen Mains the month after the current YCS Toronto version of, well, 2011 format. Zen Mains original print secret rare at a Photon Shockwave with a $7 market price is $6 for secret rare. Cool. The first edition version of the card, well, this guy's like you played first edition right here. He's kind of 99.1%, but it's like $13. Okay. Well, after that, it goes up to roughly around $17, and then it's $45. $45. By the way, there's only 2 listings, and then it's sold out. Now, this isn't fully used in 2011 format, depending who you ask. Some people say you can use it, some people say you can't use it, depending on the format. We'll talk about another card. Maxi. I'm not even covering the Ultimate Rare, because I know you guys get upset about that, but it's a lot of money. Maxi, Secret Rare, the Storm of Ragnarok with a $53 market price. The unlimited versions are roughly around $70. The first edition versions are around $80. This card is flying off the shelf. Whether or not Konami unbans this card, I think at this point, I always said it's always inconsequential because the value will always increase, but it's going to increase even more so due to the fact that we might see an influx of players who want to relive an older format of Yu-Gi-Oh! An alternative format of Yu-Gi-Oh! Specifically 2011 format, in which ran 2 to 3 maxis in every main deck. So look at maxi right now, Secret Rare, it is rising exponentially. The other versions, if I had to guess, would more than likely start rising. I wouldn't recommend buying them. I mean, the price is already kind of insane. I wouldn't recommend buying them too crazily, but they will be going up high in value. And you know what? Yeah, I will mention Ultimate Rare Maxi. Why would I not do that? This card went a $436 market price is where you wish you could get at. But right now, if you want a regular version of the card, it's $700 a copy. How many do you own? Listen, Maxi Ultimate Rare will always increase in value. I said this before, and I'll say it again. I'll keep saying it. People will yell and argue, and we'll go back and forth on it. The difference is I own 3 Maxis, got them when they were dirt, and now they're rising value. Told you to get them. Some of you said, V, I'm going in and getting them. Some people said, V, no. Some people are just like, V, listen, I don't know who you are. Show me that this card going up in value. Is this good, or because it's gonna see meta play in our current meta, like it's seen meta play in 2011 format. So do you want to wait to that, or can we just agree the fact that this card's rising in value and more than likely would not go down in value? Maybe a card that makes a Starlight Rare printing, the Secret Rare might go down. The Ultimate Rare ain't going nowhere. In fact, there's no way for the Ultimate Rare to do anything unless Konami makes another Ultimate Rare version of Maxi. And then we will see both these prices hit a number that is equal to each other. But that might not happen. Let's be honest with you. The odds of it happening are astronomically low. It just is what it is. But that's like the only way to calm down the price of Ultimate Rare Maxi, by the way, in case anyone wanted to know that. Alright, another card is Orient Dragon at Generations 4. This card has all other printings, but if you want the original print first edition, with a $6 market price on limited, is roughly around $18. Want a first edition version? No big deal. It is $22 for Orient Dragon. And then we have Elemental Hero Flame Wingman. I talked about this card a long time ago. I bought a collection, and I had one of these in a collection, and I was shocked when I looked to see the price to value this card at for my customer, to see the fact that this card was dirt cheap because it's a TV show card. Elemental Hero Flame Wingman Ultimate Rare, got it right this time, with a $100 market price, is roughly around, well, realistically, roughly around $95. After a couple of sales, it goes to $100 a copy for Flame Wingman. This card will increase in value as time goes on. Listen, 2 things. Number 1, my lawnmower man decided to show up specifically at this moment as I'm doing this video. So you might hear that in the background. That's not me. That's my lawnmower man. They have to time this. I do my videos, what, once, twice a day? After the rest of the day, I'm watching, like, YouTube videos and working. They time it really good. Anyway, that's number 1. Number 2, let's talk about alternative formats, because I think it's something that's really important. Alternative formats in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is something that I really like and I'm really worried about at the same time, due to the fact that it can have huge implications on the secondary market if rolled out incorrectly by Konami. Let me explain. When people started really getting a hold of Gold format, one of the first cards to really get bought out was Metamorphosis. The reason why it was very simple. It was hard to get at the time, and it was from Champion Pack 1, so you can imagine how insanely hard it was to get. And the buyout made the card go from like $35, which is a lot of money for a card at the time, to $250. Look at a Metamorphosis right now at Champion Pack 1, the card with a $640 market price. Well, it's roughly around $1,000, realistically, after that one sold, to $1,500 each copy. Look at 2011 format. I think allows a lot of players opportunity to go ahead and get involved in a newer format. The problem is, if you haven't noticed, if I haven't made it clear in this video, a lot of the cards that are from 2011 format, people want to get the good stuff, majority of the good stuff is gone. So you're walking in day 1 pumped, and you're like, alright, I want to start a strike. What's the best version? Oh, well, Ghost Ray, it's $1,500. Oh, okay, that's kind of wild. What about Orient Dragon? That card used to be like $6. Oh, sure, yeah. You want a good one? It's $22. You want a not so good one? It's $18. Now, once again, don't get me wrong, you can buy the other version out of Legendary Collection 5. These, I forgot to mention that one. That's like $7 for Orient Dragon. And some of you might go, well, V, why are we dogging on 2011 for it? We're not. But we do have an issue here. A big issue. And as time goes on, just like Metamorphosis, it's going to only get exasperated. It's going to get a lot worse if it ever becomes any good. Don't get me wrong, I have 2 2011 decks, and I really do enjoy it. I love the format. I think it's a great time, and I really would love to see more players play an alternative format of Yu-Gi-Oh! The problem is, why? Why would you spend so much money on a format in which is not done, Konami's not doing anything with? When I went to the UDS, I was informed that the reason why we don't see any Konami promotion for a remote duel, for Gold format, is specifically because it's already its own thing. The format's already taken place. It's been done. By the time Konami really got a serious talk about Go format, it was already out there. So that's kind of kaput. Looking at 2011 format, though, there's still an opportunity for Konami to make it sanctioned. Why is that important? Sanction versus not sanction. It's very important. Because players can have an opportunity to play competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! In an alternative format, like we see with Speed Duels, which Konami still needs to fix. But with 2011 format, we can get more players. Now, here's where it gets cool. If you're Konami and you create this alternative format, that obviously brings more income, more tournaments, stores are happy, Konami's happy because they're making more money, the players are happy. Even more importantly, as Konami, you can make more product. Making more product means you can make more of these cards at more higher rarities. Making more of these cards at more higher rarities, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players will get excited. Once again, why haven't we not seen a Metamorphosis as an ultra rare? This is bent over all the kids that bought this dumb super rare and still kept it and became gatekeepers immediately. Why is that not a thing? Why is it not a thing to see? And by the way, real quickly, another reason why I do my market watches is because this pissed me off. And for years, I kept this in my back of my brain when analyzing the Yu-Gi-Oh! Market. It's for myself particularly, about how annoyed I was. The fact that some assholes became gatekeepers for one card, by the which ran the entire format. If you play Gold format, you don't necessarily need to play Metamorphosis, but if you want to play that certain Go control deck, you need Metamorphosis. Comments, by the way, are roughly around $5, and they're insanely hard to find. Back in the day, were easy to find. There were quarters, but time went on. The secondary market had to respond to the already manipulated primary market with no market watches, mind you. There were no market watches. Whenever you found the fact that this card was bought out, it was more likely too late. That's how crazy things were back in the day for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Market. Just throwing it out there in case people hate market watch content creators. Listen, you can hate me, you can hate other content creators, and there's a lot of reasons why we can disagree on a lot of things. That's totally fine. But one thing that we should really talk about is the fact that without us around, cards like Metamorphosis become $1,000. And if you don't think 2011 format has gatekeepers, you are drunk. What I'm trying to say is there's a lot of opportunity here. But unless Konami acts on 2011 format, it's gonna go to crap. It's gonna be Gold format. Not a lot of players are gonna want to get involved on it, even though it's a lot of fun. Kinda sucks. Don't get me wrong, I have 2011 decks, and mine's are pretty high up there in rarity, and I like them a lot. With that said, make out a high rarity cards so everyone else can enjoy this format. Why not? You did it with Speedos finally after how long, allowing players the ability to get another secret rare Jinzo, because those were insane, or anti-power stuff, just blowing away the ultra rares. But I don't see Metamorphosis on here as a secret rare at all. Interesting. We're just starting to see some Go format cards get reprinted as as soon as Book of Moon Ultimate Rare got reprinted, which I thought was a great idea by Konami. And I would love to see more cards, whether it's Gold format or maybe even 2011 format, get reprinted at a higher rarity. The rarities don't have to have a ceiling. That's the cool thing about this game. You always make new cards up like Starlight Rares, which I still hate their name, Starlight Rare. I hate that name, but his name we all come to know. What I'm trying to say is, once again, I really do think that we can do more as a community, and Konami needs to be the head of this if they want to. If not, it's going to become Gold format, and it's not bad. It's just not everybody can enjoy it. Or you can have a low rarity Gold format deck, sure. Just like you can have a low rarity 2011 deck. How many people are playing low rarity Gold format decks again? Exactly. Why? Because the market got manipulated, and 2011 format could be the same exact thing. Hope I'm wrong, and I hope we see more things happen. But we have to see moving forward. Now, one thing I have to say, I let a lot of crap on your head, but one shining light in this whole situation is the fact that Konami does, for the most part, besides the Metamorphosis, reprint Gold format cards at a higher rarity. They make them a little bit harder to get when being in OTS packs, but they do that, which is kind of cool. Also, you want to buy the secondary market, you can. And for a while, cards like Scapegoat was $26. The format's called Gold format. Like, it's a no-brainer. So there's always opportunity for us to see 2011 format cards get a reprint in a higher rarity than what they currently are right now. And I think that's something we all look forward to. And I think Konami will. It's inevitable that they will reprint some of these cards. It's not a majority of these cards in a higher rarity. So that's kind of be something that I think that's really important. Now, as far as playing competitive 2011 formats, not yet. I'm not a big fan of it. I want Konami to sanction it. It's more fun that way. If it's done in a side event, probably I might do it. Maybe, we'll see. But realistically, it'd be more fun to see it that way. Anyway, Paisanos, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Please make sure to subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Hit the like button, comment down below. It's your boy V, and you Paisanos. You Paisanos have a great day.